Well, hello. With everything sounding good, let's get started. My name is Hunter. I'm 22, about to be 23, and this is something that has been a long time coming. I've always been told that I speak well and that I'm intelligent when it comes to a variety of things. People tend to enjoy my reviews and opinions on things, so that's what this is. This is my attempt at cutting into that YouTube video essay pie. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, so I guess I'll just say I will make videos, essays on movies, manga, TV shows, philosophy, basically anything that catches my interest. Really, this is just for the fun of it, at least for now. Maybe it could become something better in the future. The main topic of today's video is my username and motivations. BRN Hunter Kaizen, or BRN Hunter Kaizen. Hunter, as I said earlier, is my name. This is a chosen name as I am non-binary, mainly for social reasons, and wanted to distance myself from that old name. Kaizen, the latter term, is the basis of my driving force, or my ideology, which I will call BRN. Kaizen is a Japanese philosophy of improvement. Kai meaning change, and Zen meaning good. So literally meaning good change. It is not about success, but is improvement as a process. That every day is a day to do better, that every day isn't going to be productive. The central tenet is that failure will happen. Everyone makes mistakes, everyone has things that don't go well. And that's okay. That's something that is always going to be the case. But the goal is not to just be successful. The goal is not stopping the improvement. It's that it's a continuous thing that will never end. And it's always incremental. You're always going to have hiccups. You're always going to have big fall-offs. But as long as you get back up and you climb back up, it's good. And you need to rely on other people to do that. And that's a big thing. You have to get over that anxiety about talking to people. Traditionally, this kind of thought is broken down into a process. It starts with hansei, which means self-reflection. What you are reflecting on is your self-criticisms, the things that you have issues with, the things you want to internally change. And then it moves into courage, which is the courage to change yourself. And once you have found that courage, you go into the status of the status quo. Sorry, I forgot the word. Based in how you want to change this routine that you have yourself in that you don't like, or this goal that you want to break internally in your mind. And this goes back to the self-criticism once you have broken this status quo, and then that is the cycle. And the cycle, when controlled, enables you to slowly change yourself, your perception, your self-esteem, your goals, your discipline and determination. Even it could be how you look, it could be your physique, it could be anything like that. The final end goal of Kaizen is Kairyo. Kaizen being small incremental steps to change internally and personally, and maybe like interpersonally between multiple people. Kairyo is these large external changes. This is this type of societal change or community change or just large changes in general. Now, following from these ideas, we can talk about what BRN is. BRN is an acronym, BRN. It stands for Beyond Reverse Negative. It is both an organization and an ideology. Starting with an ideology, what I mean by an ideology is less so something like my political beliefs or my moral beliefs, which this does influence. This is more so my beliefs about how I operate as a person and what I think is a good way to operate with the people that I communicate with and the people that I talk to. So, beyond, the first word, refers to the never-ending goalpost of Kaizen, that there's always something to improve in yourself or around you. It's the thing that you strive to be. It is the end point that is unreachable. It is the ideal state of being, and that is something that always changes because you are always changing as a person, and when you have Kaizen, you're always trying to improve. So what you want to improve into always changes, and so the beyond is that total goal. The reverse is, by word and definition, is the opposite of the beyond. This is whatever restricts you, you know? The hurdles we must jump, the bridges you cross, the work you must put in to approach the beyond. Be it depression, be it money, be it anxiety, be it, not having enough hygiene or something like that. These are the stopping points to our goals. You can call it like a great wall that needs to be overcome. And what's good about that is that we have this idea that, little by little, you should probably work up to get over it. It's not something that needs to be immediately done. And then there is negative. So this is negativity. It's, social negativity, personal negativity, depression that I mentioned before. It is failure. This is the acknowledgement that things can and will go wrong. It's natural, as I said earlier. But the negative is also that part of Kaizen I mentioned earlier, which is the courage to change. This is the courage to continue pushing forward. This is that part of Kaizen that I am a big fan of, which is the idea of never giving up. And there's two smaller ideas, which are not mentioned in the acronym, but are implicit, which is we'll start with intersection, which one of my friends has jokingly called X. Intersection is the idea that for progress to occur, multiple viewpoints and ideas must intersect and interact and proceed, be it people from different cultures or people from different locations or people from different, monetary value, But I would prefer to call it Y instead of X. X implies that they meet, they cross over, and then they branch away and they never meet again. But when Y, they both come in from the top and then they merge together into one line, one group path of progress. And the reason for that is the basic idea. We're working towards progress, not just for the individual, but for those around you, and then those around them. Progress for the most people. Progress for society would be a good thing, I think, and I think I would define that as the most good done for the most people, mainly to increase happiness in human condition. People are starving, people are being abused, people are, worried about what to feed their kids, or like how are they going to get their kids clothes, or how are they going to get them to school. And these are things that, exist in this harsh and volatile society we find ourselves in. And mutual aid is, from what I believe, the best way to uplift and create strength in communities. Not hating your fellow man and woman, and accepting differences is just what we need. We need to move upwards. We need to uplift as many people as possible. So what BRN as an organization is, it is a pledge. A pledge to use our personal and interpersonal growth to try and make a better community, a better life. And the goal of this channel is to give people a good place to think, a good time, something to study or enjoy in your free time, something to watch while you do a task. I want to build a community that interacts and is deeply conversational, that values truth and friendship and this progress and uplifting each other. I want to make sure that we exist in a way that I can interact with as many people who watch these videos as much as possible with questions or things that I should go and look at. To those I don't know, I thank you for coming. Welcome. If this is the first video you've seen of me, if this is the only video I have up, just know that on a bi-weekly or tri-weekly schedule, I'll be posting video essays. With the first one that I'll be making will be about the manga Tokyo Ghoul. And for those I do know, thank you for supporting me. And thank you for being here and watching this and pushing me to do this and to be more outspoken. And to one person in particular who will probably be the first person to see this video, this goes to Hope. We've been friends for a long time. I've known you since late 2019. Thank you for inspiring me directly, kind of pushing me towards this over the last year, and inspiring me directly to pursue this. And let's just see how it goes. And I hope that, this goes well. And even if it doesn't, at least I can say that I tried. And that I'm upholding that improvement, that kaidio, that, the big changes that I want to make. And all I'm going to say is, this is Hunter signing off. See you next time.